and see that you're a business finance analyst and professional. And I think that's very interesting. Women nowadays, and also men, we don't have a lot of education in this sense. So I think it would even be really interesting if sometime we can have another live to specifically talk about this with other people.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love that.
Yeah,
Thank
because
you
I
so
would
much.
love to learn from you.
Yes, actually, it's very closely related to my Beauty with a Purpose, which is providing free financial education for women.
Oh,
So
wow.
if this is something that you're interested in, I would love to share some, tips with you as well. So I would love to connect with you today and in the future as well.
Yeah, for sure. That would be wonderful. And even I think the fact that I can take maybe courses with you, or we can do some kind of workshop, we can even translate it into Spanish and
Mm,
therefore help also women in other countries,
that'd be
Latin speaking
excellent. Yeah,
countries. Yeah.
absolutely. In the past, even I had experiences where different shelters had translators for multiple languages, and sometimes it was taking quite a while because usually one workshop lasts about half an hour, but because all the translation one time it was like up to 2 hours.
Yeah, no, well, I can be your translator for sure.
Excellent, thank you so much. Do you speak any other languages other than Spanish and English?
Yes, when I was in university, I was able to take French courses, and I also did a semester abroad in Germany, so I was also learning German. What
Oh,
about you?
I did a semester abroad in France, but I wouldn't say my my French is that excellent. I also
No, well, I can also teach you Spanish sometime.
Oh, I would love that. I also speak Russian and Romanian because actually I was born and raised in Moldova,
Oh,
which
wow.
is like a small country in Eastern Europe, and I immigrated to Canada with my grandparents. So that has been my journey here.
So you've been all over the place, collecting memories here and there, and also knowledge. That's wonderful. I see some of the fans are asking who you are. I don't know if you would like for me to present you, or you would like to present yourself.
Yeah, I'm happy to present myself. My name is Svetlana Mamaeva, or most people call me Lana. That's the short form.
Yeah.
I am Miss World Canada 2020. I'm preparing to represent Canada at the 70th anniversary of Miss World Festival, which is really exciting. This is where Carolina and I are going to see each other in person for the first time.
Yeah.
Actually, I was supposed to, be in person for Miss Mexico competition, but unfortunately, because of COVID and all the restrictions, it didn't work out at that time. But I'm sure we're going to have a lot of fun in Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Have you actually visited Mexico before?
No, but it's on my to-do list for sure.
Yeah, I know Arturo was telling me you guys were supposed to come for my rating, but oh well, things get complicated with COVID, but you guys are always welcome to come anytime. I'll be
Oh,
your
thank
tour
you so
guide and you're more than welcome to visit.
Oh, same goes to you, of course. Have you been to Canada before?
No, I've actually been to Alaska,
Mm.
which is the closest to you, but I've never been to Canada, so I'd love to visit you sometime as well.
What was Alaska like? That sounds like a really unique travel place.
Yeah, well, Alaska was very interesting. I would go during the summertime, so it wasn't as cold as people imagine it, freezing cold and everything dark. No, it wasn't anything like that. It was very rainy and cold, but it was springtime, it was summer, so there was a lot of nature, beautiful sunsets. There was even bears. It was a really interesting experience for me. A lot of people don't know, but I talk to people about it, and sometimes I would go out jogging and find myself with bears and their cubs. So it was a lot of like wildlife experience.
Oh my gosh. If you come to Canada, we also have very beautiful national parks. And there are a lot of bears there as well, so we could go on a on a jog together and save each other.
That sounds
So
like a great plan.
yeah,
I
I'm
have, I
actually
have a question.
yeah.
How long have you been Miss World Canada?
It's been a while actually. I got selected in November of 2020, and because there was no Miss World last year, I had a full year to work on a Beauty with a Purpose, prepare for Miss World, and for the longest time, I always thought to myself, I have this much time, but I don't want it to go by so quickly without feeling like I've done something meaningful. And for me,
Yeah.
my top priority was to always, go to bed the night before I depart to Miss World, knowing that I've done everything in my power, that there's nothing that I'm kind of thinking, oh, I wish I had time to do this, or I wish I've done this. So every single day I've been trying to, push myself to balance my job and my preparations for Miss World. So it's been quite a while. How about you? I know it's only been a couple of months for you, right?
Yes, it's actually been 2 months.
Mhm.
October 1st will be 3 months. So it's more recent for me, but I feel we probably lived a similar experience. Luckily, you've been also maintaining your job, and that's also been keeping you busy because I know it's also hard that the events have been postponing so much
Mhm.
due to COVID. In my case, that's what happened when I was Miss Michoacan before being Miss Mexico. It was just being patient, working on Beauty with a Purpose, being with my family, doing things I liked because time suddenly passes by so slow and you're looking forward to an event so much that you're like, what can I do now? Like, is it going to take place? What's going to happen? But luckily, we're a couple of months away and Puerto Rico is coming up soon. So that's really exciting.
Yes, it's incredible. And it's so, because I was selected a while ago and it always seemed like, okay, there's still so much time. The fact that now we're only 2 months away, it's surreal. It's even hard to believe, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like when you have so much time before another pageant, um, you think you have a lot of time left, but then you realize that time flies by so fast. I think for me, the fact that I had 4 months, I knew that I needed to focus on what I needed to do to be prepared for the pageant. So I've been really focused on my preparation. But I know for Miss Michoacan, when they told me, oh, the pageant's going to be in another 6 months, I was like, okay, you relax a little and then you take a break because also having intense courses for so long, it can
Hmm.
get tiring. So I'm happy that you also have this job so you can keep a balance. I think that's the healthiest thing.
Well, keeping a balance is a little difficult sometimes, but of course, I'm grateful for all the opportunities that I have, and I'm trying my best to make the most of it, to contribute as much as I can, and as Miss World Canada, and of course, in my job as well. But I'm curious to know, what have you been, doing to prepare for Miss World? What parts are you the most excited about? Which ones are you maybe feeling a little nervous about?
Well, first of all, I'll start by the nervous one. I feel a little nervous because I will be performing for the first time. Part
Oh.
of my part of my talent audition will be singing,
Mhm.
but it's one of the things I really love doing. I've just always been a little shy to do it in public. I do it in really close circles with my family, with my friends. So now thinking about singing for a big audience, that's something that makes me a little nervous, but I'm also really looking forward to it because I know that from all the nerves and insecure situations, we're always going to grow. So I'm really excited for that too. And during my entire preparation, I've just been focusing on, I always say, I want to have a healthy balance physically, emotionally, spiritually. So I'm always keeping a healthy diet, going with a nutritionist, working out to keep a healthy body, working the talent. I'm also going to do a dance, so I'm taking dance lessons. Today, as you can see, my makeup and hair is done. I'm taking auto makeup and hairstyling courses, so just a little bit about everything. With Arturo, your director, I'm taking media lessons, just a little bit of everything. Yeah.
Oh, of course, you look beautiful. I'm taking courses for, hair and makeup and also dancing as well. Actually, that's the part I'm a little nervous as
Yeah.
well because when I honestly, like many, many years ago when I was still a child and lived back home, I performed for like probably like around 10 years from my childhood to my early teens. We would go nationally, internationally, doing different
Wow.
dance
Awesome.
performances. And I was always, that always brought me so much joy and, just so much happiness in my heart. But then when I moved to Canada, my priority was my education and, establishing a new life in Canada. So I would take some dance courses here and there just for fun, but I wasn't actively as involved. And for Miss World, I thought, you know what, I really want to put together like a dance performance that would set my heart on, fire and give me so much joy,
Yeah.
just like when I was little. So that's my focus right now. And aside from, of course, Beauty with a Purpose, fitness training, running, trying to prepare for fitness challenge.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
that
Yeah, me
that
too. Yeah.
that would be interesting for all of us, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think the main thing is to be prepared for everything. My main purpose is to enjoy this once in a lifetime experience, take our Beauty with a Purpose projects out there just so that they can grow. I feel like when you talk about certain subjects, you find out that a lot of people can relate to you and a lot of people can even join you. And I think that that's what's going to happen now in Miss World with all of us. We're going to be a big family, a big sisterhood, and we're all going to be doing noble causes. Because I think nowadays that's the most important thing. To take out of this experience something really meaningful, leaving our footprint on this world. And that's really exciting. I'm happy that through your knowledge and your bachelor degree, you're able to help a lot of people as well.
Well, thank you so much. Of course, and especially in COVID, there are so many issues that became even more, evident, even more noticeable and difficult for people. So now more than ever, we can use this amazing platform to bring positive change, not only in our countries, like you said, all over the world. So this is really fantastic. And to be surrounded by like-minded, beautiful women who also have their causes, who understand that this is not just about physical appearance, but so much more about what you bring to the table, what you bring to the title. I think that's the most important part.
I agree with you, for sure.
Would you like to tell us a little bit more about your Beauty with a Purpose?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if you follow my page, but if you can follow my page, I'll follow your page if you have one. My Beauty with a Purpose project is called Cue Michoacan, which is cultivating hope. I started this in my home state, Michoacan. I love working with children. I have a little brother, so I simply love being around children, especially because they're just so innocent, so sweet, and so smart. So that's where I started my initiative in 2018, early 2019. And our main purpose is to help children who are in vulnerable situations, some of abandonedhood, some who work on the streets, some who don't study, simply helping all those vulnerable and also children in poverty through education, because I believe that education just opens children's minds and brings so much hope and opportunities. So that's what we're doing. And once I started doing this project, I realized that all these children needed much more than just education. We would go to their communities and take books and dynamic activities for learning, but you realize that these children are really hungry, they're tired, they're ill. So that's when I started restructuring my project and focusing also on the health aspect. And it's been growing, fortunately. And now as Miss Mexico, I've been also able to visit other states and help other children through the same cause, which is super awesome.
Oh, that's beautiful. And of course, I've seen the activities you're doing on your page and
pictures.
photos with children. And I can relate to that so much because actually I have 4 siblings, and my youngest sister is over 21. She's 21 years younger than me, so huge difference.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
But like you said, just being around children, you forget about everything and anything. You just pure joy, pure love, pure kindness.
Yeah, children melt your heart. So now that I'm able to help, and I wanted it to focus specifically on children, my project fortunately is able to help also their mothers, women, elderly, but it's mainly focused on children because I feel that they're the most vulnerable, because I feel adults have an opportunity to restructure their life and to do certain changes, search for job opportunities, unlike children. They're in a more vulnerable state, and sometimes they don't know where to go, they don't know what to do, and that's why we're here.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so beautiful that they have a role model like you, someone to look up to learn from. So what kind of education do you provide for them?
Well, we do a lot of learning. We do lots of value learning, mathematics. Yeah, it's very important for the children to learn the basics. So even sometimes children, some of them are even 12, 13 years old, but they don't know how to read. So we start with them through the very basics. Oh, I forgot to mention, we also work with psychologists, so we're also working their mental health.
Absolutely. And, like you said, not just for children, but even for my cause as well. Even though the primary focus is education, there's also emotional need that people that you're helping, of course, have, and people that I'm helping have as well, because it goes beyond just providing that, valuable service to them, but also having that, heart-to-heart conversation with them, that connection with them, being present with them, and showing that, they're not forgotten, that someone really cares and wants to make a difference in their lives.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you, because through this experience, we've been able to donate material things, and you realize that that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is showing people that you're there for them, that someone can listen to them, that someone is there to give them a little bit of attention, love. And I feel that at the end of the day, that's what these people cherish and that's what they keep in their heart and in their memory. So I'm really happy that I've been able to work a lot on Beauty with a Purpose. And it's been a really busy year, for more than a year for me, because since I was Miss Michoacan, I was always visiting different communities and up and down with also my preparation. So I just can't believe we're so close to Miss World.
Yeah, absolutely. And like all our projects are so close to our hearts, we can always continue them even past the festival. And, you know, the work that we've been doing can help so many more people over the years.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like this opportunity that we now have is to expand it. It's to unite with other people. And I'm sure all of us are going to grow from this experience, this beautiful experience, and our projects are going to continue. A lot of
Mhm.
people often do volunteering, but then go on and off on different activities. And I'm sure that each and every one of us is going to grow their project and continue. At least that's my intention as well as you.
Of
I
course.
plan on developing my social project until the point that it becomes a solid foundation. And it's not
Hmm.
an easy job, but I'm really committed to it, and I'm taking baby steps towards that.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, I love how you said that, you know, what they cherish is that connection and that, you know, your heart that you give to them. But I feel like at the end of the day, that's what we cherish the most about our projects as well,
For
because
sure.
we see that it's making a difference in lives of people. So, for example, for me, my project is providing free financial education for women. And like you mentioned, I've also been doing it around different Canadian provinces, mostly online, unfortunately, because due to COVID, we were in lockdown for so long. But now I'm able to go more in person. And actually, it meant so much to me to host my 50th workshop while I was visiting my family back home in Moldova. So that
Mhm.
was a very special moment for me. And now that I could go to shelters in person, like you said, you know, speaking to those women, seeing how appreciative they are of the information that you provide, of the connection that you offer, of, you know, a piece of your heart that you offer through these, you know, sessions is so rewarding. And, you know, so many times I just leave the shelter with my heart so full, because I understand that right now, like you said, you know, there are so many people who are vulnerable, so many people who are in need of help and support that we could provide. And it's beautiful that each one of us has their own focus, their own project. Um, so yeah, I'm really excited to continue working on it as well. Because to tell you a little bit more about my project, if you'd like, actually, because I moved to Canada for my education to study finance, I worked in this field, and you know, I saw how many people could just benefit from a little bit more knowledge in that field. And especially, you know, during COVID, when so many women, especially, lost their jobs, had to stay
Yeah.
home to take care of their children. Another huge issue was actually economic abuse, which is something that is not talked about a lot.
Mhm.
Many women who experience domestic abuse, which was very, you know, high during COVID, experience economic abuse as well. So just to address those issues and to be able to bring your small, you know, input into that, into their lives, was so meaningful. And of course, this is something that I would remember the most about my year as Miss World Canada.
Yeah, I'm sure your family is very proud of you. And like you said, we all have different talents, different knowledge, and the important thing is that wherever we're at, whatever we know, we always share with other people because a lot of people can always learn from us, and I'm happy that that's what you're doing. I have
Oh,
another question. Is
yeah.
there any other beauty queens in your family? How does your family feel that you're participating in Miss World? Are they gonna go with you to Puerto Rico?
Yes, my family will come with me to Puerto Rico. I'm super excited because actually my little brother, he is like my biggest fan when it comes to beauty
Ah.
pageant. And he's coming there and he's so excited. I'm just so grateful for his support, and of course my family as well. They really support me. They know it's been a childhood dream of mine, and they know that, like I said, that it's far beyond just, you know, physical appearance, physical looks. They know how much of my heart and soul I put into this. So of course they support me all the way. I'm sure it's the case for you as well. So of course to share that moment with them, and you know, just for us, because we had to go through so many challenges to move to Canada, to have this opportunity at all, just makes it so much more rewarding. And of course I want them to be, you know, happy and to know that everything that we sacrificed paid off.
Yeah, and I feel like that's the most important thing, that through this difficulty, you're able to value this opportunity. And the most special thing for me now that I'm listening to you and that I'm really enjoying it is that I know that your intentions are wonderful. And when things like this happen, when we have a desire in our heart and with no mean intentions to hurt anyone, but the total opposite, to help others, this noble cause, leaving your footprint, sharing your heart with the world, God opens doors for you. And I'm sure that wonderful things are going to happen for both of us.
Oh, absolutely, I agree with what you said. And of course, when you're, you know, you're coming from your heart and your intentions are pure, when you want to bring something positive through this title, because it's not just about, you know, us, it's not just about, you know, the crown and the title, and of course that's very, you know, beautiful as well, but the difference that we can make, the role models that we can be to other girls, um, of course that's the most important and valuable part.
It is, and I'm sure that, oh, sorry, I got a little distracted. I feel like you mentioned, this is something very important for us. Use this platform for positive purpose. And I know aside from this, also lots of opportunities are going to open up. Maybe that future dream job, maybe really special friendships. A lot of things are going to come after Miss World for all of us. And we're in the place that we're meant to be because we're strong women with big hearts, very prepared to represent our countries.
Yes, and of course it's a huge honor, huge responsibility that all of us are taking very seriously. So I can't wait to have, you know, meet all of you guys from all over the world. And of course, I have no doubt that we're going to leave Puerto Rico with so many meaningful, you know, friendships and memories that will be with us
Yes.
for the rest of our lives.
Yes, that's what I'm hoping for. And have you actually had the opportunity of meeting any of the other countries in person or through live?
Not in person, unfortunately, but through life, I also connected with Miss Poland, Miss World Cayman Islands. So, of
Oh,
course, it's beautiful to learn about what they're doing, how they're preparing, what it's like in their countries with, you know, with COVID, and how they can contribute in this difficult time. Beautiful to connect, and that's the power of, you know, internet. How we can all speak to each other even before we meet, you know, physically.
yeah, and I'm sure that every country is going through a different situation. I don't know the restrictions in Canada, but here in Mexico, we're working through COVID. People are having presence classes already and normal activities, just using your face mask all the time and keeping a safe distance between every person. It's a little difficult, but we're facing it in this sense and continuing our life because it's also very difficult to suddenly pause for so long.
Yeah, for us, it's been extremely long as well. You know, just recently we started going back into the office full time every day. And it seems so unusual, even though this was, you know, our day-to-day life for years and decades. And now it seems like a new thing. But of course, little by little, things are changing, and hopefully we can
Yeah,
see the light at the end of the tunnel, and the whole thing will hopefully end, and we can all live normal lives again.
for sure. And how do you feel? Are you ready for Miss World? Have you already thought about where you're gonna pack? Do you have your visa ready? What's happening?
Oh, you froze for a second, but I think you're asking if I'm ready for Miss World packing.
Yes. Do you have your things ready? Do you know you're gonna take? Have you been planning your dress for the final night? How do you feel with all the preparations going on? Is
Yeah,
Arturo helping you?
Arthur is amazing. The whole team of Miss World Canada is, of course, supporting me, and it's of course it's very busy, and a lot of it has to be planned ahead of time because, you know, we don't want to get too overwhelmed and, you know, with
Yeah.
so many things last minute. So of course I'm trying to plan all my outfits, all my shoes, especially now because in Canada it's already getting cold. Like you already kind of need a light jacket to go outside. And for Puerto Rico, we need, you know, summery fun, you
Yeah.
know, clothing that is not going to be in stores for that long anymore. So I'm trying to be proactive to plan everything ahead of time. How's it going for you?
Yeah, I've been planning outfits or ideas of things I want to take, but I feel like I'm gonna end up packing maybe 2 weeks before. Because
Mhm.
at this point, I don't know what activities we're gonna have for Miss Mexico. We had an agenda. It was a 2 week concentration. So I knew what activities we were gonna be doing. So I was like, okay, I will take this outfit for this day. and this outfit for this occasion. But now I don't know how much clothes I should take because we're going to be in Puerto Rico for a month. I'm a really light packer. I don't like carrying a lot of stuff with me, but I also want to have a lot of outfits to take with me.
Of course. And I feel like when you're, when you're very prepared, when you did everything ahead of time, that's when you can actually like really enjoy the experience and really focus on being in the moment instead of, worrying, oh, where's this and where's that. I feel like that's the best part for me to, to stay concentrated, to stay in the moment, to enjoy every second, because I'm sure we're going to have so many wonderful experiences there. So that's what I'm trying to, plan for ahead of time.
Yeah, I agree with you. I haven't really been worrying about what I'm gonna take because I know regardless, I'm gonna take clothes and I'm gonna style them in whatever way that day I'm feeling. I think the most important thing is that whether I'm wearing a pink outfit, a black outfit, whatever color outfit, I'm gonna enjoy my time in Puerto Rico. So I plan on packing when I'm closer to the event. That's something for me that at this moment is not really a priority.
Yeah, of course. And I think things that take more time are, of course, are preparations in terms of beauty
Yeah.
with a purpose, fitness, talents, like you said, and so many other areas. Outfits is something that is just like a bonus added to all the key factors that are much more valuable, of course.
Yeah, and I have a question. Are you more of a winter person or summer? Do you enjoy the beach or do you enjoy the woods and the cold, the mountains? What do you prefer?
Oh, that's a beautiful question, and I'll ask you the same right after this. For me, because I live in Canada and it's very cold most of the year,
Yeah.
uh, unfortunately. But I think I really enjoy everything. Every weather has its beauty, and as long as you're prepared and dressed accordingly, there's no reason you shouldn't be able to enjoy yourself because there are so many beautiful activities you can do in each season, so many things about nature that are wonderful in each season. So we can all enjoy them. How about you?
I agree. Well, I like both weathers. I would say I'm more of a summer girl, a beach girl. I really like the beach and warm weather, light clothes, very colorful clothes. When I was in Germany, I was able to see the difference because I would be wearing colors like this very colorful shirt I have on, and most Germans really liked wearing gray, white, black, and I felt like I was a fruit in the middle of a lot of gray outfits. So I realized that um, depending on the weather, a lot of people style different, and I prefer the warm weather. Although I really like the cold weather because my hair is always perfect, my skin is never shiny or sweaty. But I like warm weather more than cold.
Is it ever like cold in Mexico or always
Yeah,
like
it is. It is. At this moment in Mexico City, it's a little rainy. It's very cloudy. Temperatures are about 16 to 18 degrees Celsius, sometimes 60, 70 Fahrenheit. So it's a little chilly. Although Mexico has that beautiful weather that it's always sunny at some point in the day. I think for us to have 2 or 3 days cloudy, that's a lot.
For us, that's the norm, unfortunately. But see, absolutely, I'm going to visit you at some point, and of course, Arturo and I would be so glad to welcome you as well.
Thank you. We're gonna make it happen. We'll schedule it later on. But yes, you're
Of
welcome.
course, after
And I'm
me
gonna
as
go
well.
visit you soon after Miss World.
Agreed, and I'll come to you as well. Absolutely.
Perfect. Well, I don't know if there's anything else you would like to comment with our fans seeing us through this live.
Yeah, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone who joined in. I was giving my undivided attention to you, but quickly I could see some, comments with Canadian flags, Mexican flags. Thank you so much for, to people from all of the world for being respectful of title holders of other, countries. And of course, thank you so much for your support. Please support us on Mobstar, on our Facebook pages, and it's wonderful to
Yeah.
have this community of beautiful and kind-hearted and talented sisters from all over the world, and all my respect goes to you and to Mexican people, and I can't wait to meet you in person.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, I appreciate this time also. I loved talking to you. This was actually the first time we ever talked, just so everyone knows. We officially met now through this Instagram Live, and I'm super happy to see you. I agree with everyone's comments about you being so sweet and loving,
Thank you so
and I
much.
can't wait to meet you in person. Also, everyone who's tuning in, support us on Mobstar. It's very important for your likes. This is a multimedia challenge that we want you guys to support us in, and also follow Svetlana, follow her Beauty with a Purpose project, and just get to know her.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It was beautiful
Thank
to
you,
meet you.
Svetlana.
Have a lovely evening and upcoming weekend. Wishing you all the best and can't wait to meet you.
Thank you. I send you lots of hugs, blessings. Have a great weekend, and we're gonna keep in touch through WhatsApp. I know you don't use WhatsApp as often, but I'll be there so we can text each other, and also through Instagram.
Awesome. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye
See you soon.
everyone.